The Jumano were a group of Native Americans, but who were they really? The Jumano are often considered a bit of a historical enigma. It is difficult to know for certain whether Jumano was the Spaniards' name for one group or for many. The Jumano were centered in the Rio Grande region in an area stretching from El Paso to Big Bend, but they often traveled a long way a ways. They hunted buffalo and in wet years farmed on riverbanks, eating pumpkins, maize, squash, and many other gourds and vegetables. They also ate agave, cactus fruit, and mesquite beans. The Jumano had an odd way of cooking their food. They would heat stones in a fire, then use a pair of sticks to take the stones out and drop them into a calabash. Then, once the water started to boil, they would pour in whatever they wanted to cook. When the stones started to cool, they would lift the stones out and drop them back into the fire, then pick up more stones and repeat the process. The Jumano wore clothes made out of skins. The women wore a poncho with a skirt, while the men wore a simple breechcloth. The men shaved the sides of their heads and wore their hair in a ponytail on top, often with feathers. The women wore their hair loose or in the same ponytail as the men, but longer. They also had permanent tattoos. The Jumano were skilled diplomats and had alliances with dozens of tribes. They traded not only in goods, but also information that they had picked up on their long travels. When the Spanish appeared, the Jumano thought it would be a good idea to ally themselves with these powerful newcomers, especially with the ongoing drought and the threat of their enemy, the Apaches. However, they were unable to get a satisfactory alliance, and soon they seemingly disappeared. There are many theories of what happened to them, one being that they ended up allying with or getting absorbed by the Apaches. There is a group of Native Americans that call themselves the Apache Jumano. They claim that the Jumano have not disappeared and they are applying for national recognition.